Hey, what the fuck going on, set? You already know how we mobbing. You know what I'm saying? This big boss man Gutty, you know what I'm saying? Juice guy Gutty, you know what I'm saying? TV Gutty, you know what I'm saying? Set guy Gutty, reaction guy Gutty, nigga. And today, bro, we gonna be reacting to this shit. Drug lords reactions to prison sentence, man. You know what I'm saying? This look like an interesting title and shit, man. To me, hopefully it's interesting to y'all. You feel me? If it is, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Let's get into it, dog.
Lords reacting to prison sentences.
You're convicted because you're guilty. That's the plain and simple truth of it.
The war on drugs is one of America's biggest battles, and drug lords like Dexter Lee Williams make it far, far harder. Williams joined the likes of El Chapo and Pablo Escobar in running a massive drug ring in Atlanta, Georgia for 5
He
years.
is fucking with Pablo.
After valiant efforts from law enforcement officials,
He is big
including
time.
wiretaps, recorded phone calls, and over a dozen arrests, the trail of cocaine, heroin, marijuana, and meth led to one man, Dexter Lee Williams, who already had prior arrests for cocaine and marijuana distribution.
I'm gonna tell y'all off the rip, and we could bet money on this, dog. Bro, right here, big boy, man. They about to try to, you feel me? They about to try to fucking whack this nigga, bro. Like, get this nigga death or some shit. He's fucking with Pablo Escobar. My nigga was really moving weight, nigga. You talking about Freeway Ricky Ross, all that shit? Nah, buddy, right here was really moving weight, bro. He fucking with Pablo Escobar, nigga. Woo.
But it seemed like he didn't want
Big
to be
boy
a small
plug.
fry and wanted to be the boss, to his own downfall. In March 2020, Williams was arrested after officials intercepted a shipment of 87 pounds of cocaine worth nearly $4 million, which was a far cry from Williams' small-time gigs he did. But hey, everyone needs to grow,
Oh,
right?
him.
Without a single thing learned from major drug lords who always ended up in prison, Williams was put on trial and faced up to 60 years in jail. In court,
Damn.
the judge gave him a piece of his mind about the ramifications of drugs and how dangerous Williams is to the community.
You are involved in that
No, you about to stroke
problem
it.
that exists with many defendants.
Y'all can tell I ain't racist, man. I'm only racist to people who racist to me. But y'all can tell, buddy, right here, his skin so pale, it's damn near matching with his hair, bro. Like you know he about to stroke that nigga. You know he, you know he racist, bro. Let's see what they hit him with, man.
That's to come before me.
Williams stood there and took it all, and despite his attorney trying to argue,
We talking about from me, Judge? You holding what I
I'm
said?
talking to Mr. Williams. I've heard everything. and this
Right,
is
but you're holding, no, what other accusations? He didn't testify.
Oh man, y'all see how this where he probably went wrong, bro. Where he got the sentence, whatever he about to get.
I've
It's
heard
her
everything.
right here, Brody. Look at the black woman, Brody. I love my black queens, the ones that act cool and shit. Why is she? I'm saying though, why you defending this man's life? I don't know if he paid. Of course, this gotta be a paid lawyer. Nigga was getting 4 M's on this shit he got busted with, so this gotta be a paid lawyer. You feel me? But why is you standing up all aggressive to the judge and shit?
I'm talking
fucking-
to Mr. Williams. I've heard everything. and this
Right,
is-
but you're holding, no, what other accusations? He didn't testify.
he was
Like, that's
finally
too
sentenced
aggressive.
to 40 years
Damn.
behind bars.
I will sentence
40.
Mr. Williams to 20 years to serve. Count two, I will sentence him to 20 years. That will be consecutive to count one, and I'm going to require that be served.
A drug sentencing is no joke, which is probably
Shit,
why
he
you
ain't
shouldn't
even
argue
care.
with a
He
judge.
took his shit.
Like
People think you're harmless.
He took
until
his
they
shit.
know you a little better and realize you have a temper, you're a little mean-spirited, and you don't appear to have a kind bone in your body.
Wallace Bigger, who had some choice words to say in court for being arrested on drug charges.
I did not
I
get
don't
a
know if
fair
it look
trial.
better this way or this way.
And I got a screwy lawyer.
Bigger didn't like his trial, despite being there for running a drug network in Michigan dealing thousands of pills like morphine and Dilaudid.
Oh, he was the
Despite
pill
running
man.
a twistedly lucrative drug business, the judge criticized Bigger for living a crummy lifestyle.
That nigga was
Even
on
the drug business
Trevor
itself
shit,
was
huh?
pretty substandard, as far as drug rings go,
In the
as they
trailer,
operated out of
making
trailers,
pills.
campers, and an apartment above a pizza joint.
Mm.
We better hope that dough didn't have any additive secret
That
ingredients.
piece of look
Anyway,
good as fuck, though. I ain't
Bigger
gonna lie.
completely
Hold on,
denied
we gotta
all of the
dub back on that
allegations in
one
court,
time real
despite
quick, y'all.
one of
My
his
bad. I
brilliance.
just gotta see that
Anyway,
one time real quick. Hold on. Which one y'all fucking with the most? Oh, they got the little pepperoni pockets right there. What's them bitches called? Cazones? Them bitches like they smack. Oh, whatever piece of shop this is right here, boy. They had a good ass front, cause niggas coming for this piece of boy. Look at that one. It's thin with the. Let me keep going.
Bigger completely denied all of the allegations in court, despite one of his drug dealers, Jason Blackmore, testifying against him.
Oh
was
man.
the primary provider of morphine during
Always
that
be
time
your one of your
period.
niggas close to you.
He kept going back to Saginaw and was getting 800 pills a month, bringing them back here. And hopefully his sentencing at the high end of the guidelines and the consecutive nature will send a message to anybody that may want to fill that vacuum that regardless of
Is that
your
Buddy
age,
talking or what?
there is a consequence if you are caught
Is that his man snitching on him or what the fuck is
trafficking
that?
this quantity of controlled substance.
Bigger was also quite mean for a 71-year-old man, criticizing his lawyer, the judge, and the justice system,
Pointy nose
leading the
ass.
judge to snap on him with some pretty heartfult
His
words.
ass gonna go to prison and poke a nigga with his nose. You don't even need no
Stop
shame.
from abusing other people. I listened to the testimony of your wife who referred to the piece of paper, said she was high when she married you, which doesn't surprise me. I don't know what what you
She was high when she married
in
him.
your own mind the attraction is between the two of you.
You can't
Here's
really
off them
expect a
beans.
sweet old man from a drug dealer. Despite his complaints, Bigger still received 15 years in prison, making it the
15,
longest drug-related sentence in Antrim County's history.
Y'all see how they show
Hi,
love.
I'm Kevin Roach. I'm a
We gotta
professor here at
add- get
CSC.
this shit.
I am going to be guiding you.
I am sentencing you
Y'all see how they gave the white dude or Jewish dude, whatever he is,
on charge number 1.
15 years. They gave the black dude 40.
Delivery charge.
They both doing the same shit for real.
40 months. Charges 3 and 4.
I mean, he was selling pills. That nigga had cocaine, but still, they still dealing, bro. If he was black, they would've gave him 40.
And on conducting the criminal
No cap.
enterprise,
They'd gave that nigga 40.
40 months.
On the opposite end, some convicts instantly admit their faults, like Benjamin Bundy. No relation to the notorious serial killer
Benjamin
Ted
Bundy.
Bundy,
I was about to
but
say,
the name
that
does
name
seem to
sounded
carry a
familiar.
crime-ridden curse. Bundy broke down in tears in court as he realized he had the blood of 2 victims on his hands, including
Yeah,
his
nigga.
own girlfriend.
Tweaking.
Bundy dealt drugs in New Hampshire, but the competition forced him to get twistedly innovative, in the worst possible way, lacing his drugs with the extremely additive substance, fentanyl. As if those things weren't bad enough,
man.
his crazy concoction led to the overdose and death of Matthew Nichols
He
and
tweaking.
Bundy's girlfriend, Jennifer
And they
Azara.
probably just trying to get
I would
housed
submit that
and
this
eggs.
case really is, in
Fuck.
fact, a dismal testament to where all of this ultimately leads.
Bundy wasted no time in court, however, taking a plea deal and admitting everything. This wasn't the highlight of the hearing, though, as tensions and emotions got heated when the victims' families gave their statements.
The life that Matt gave to me is gone.
Time changes nothing. I miss her as much today as I did the day she died.
The whole
Mama,
time,
sister,
Bundy
but-
kept a quiet and stoic demeanor. But even a hardened drug dealer couldn't handle broken parents, and he himself burst out into tears.
15 years, you get a second chance.
Yeah, you do. What? They giving this wait. They giving this nigga 15. They giving this nigga 15 years, bruh. Then they say this nigga got 2 bodies on his ass and drugs. Hey, if y'all don't call
hope
that
you
white, if y'all don't call that white privilege, bro, I don't know what the fuck to call
Use it
that.
wisely.
What?
By the end, Bundy received 15 years in prison for his crime, and Azara's father thinks he might have a second chance after then. It seems lacing heroin with fentanyl is the latest culinary
That's how they
craze
get
in
out
this
and go
messed up
crazy
world
again,
of
get to
drugs.
killing these niggas and shit.
As another dealer, Aaron Andrade was also taken down
Watch
for
this,
it.
black dude.
In
They
this
about to
tragic
get this nigga
story,
40
though,
or better.
Andrade was in court for the death of a previous drug addict, Kristen
How
Coutu.
much y'all want to bet? 40 or
Coutu
better?
was doing well in rehab, but eventually fell to the pull of heroin again when she started dating a drug addict, and this path eventually led her to Andrade. Kristen died of an overdose because it turned out
years did
Andrade
nigga got
didn't
the
just sell
braids
her
and
heroin,
shit.
but the far more addictive fentanyl.
The state would have proven
That
that what the
fentanyl
defendant
shit.
really sold Kristen Coutu was nearly pure fentanyl, a controlled substance like heroin or morphine, hundreds of times more toxic than heroin.
So are all of these facts
Sure,
true?
fentanyl, that right.
Andrade was in court for second-degree murder. But
Trying
he
to
wasn't just
kill
facing
somebody.
life behind bars. He was also facing something far more tragic.
Y'all see that?
The visible pain of Coutu's mom and family, as they couldn't get it together.
What I tell y'all, he just basically sold a white bitch some fucking drugs, but it was all fetty. You know what I'm saying? But she died. That's really her choice for buying the drug. You feel me? That's her choice for buying the drug, even though it ain't right for bro to give her fatty. You know, she ain't try to buy no fatty. But at the end of the day, she died of overdosing from buying drugs. They hit this nigga with the death penalty. Is that cause he black or what? Am I tweaking? That's
Together in
crazy.
court.
There were two Cranston police
That's
officers
crazy.
standing there. All I could say repeatedly was,
Real quick, then they get white boy. 15 years, he had 2 bodies in your drug dealer.
please don't tell me my daughter is
I
dead.
ain't got nothing
Please
else to
don't
say.
tell me my daughter is dead.
Surprisingly, though, unlike
this shit
most
sad,
convicts, Andrade showed remorse and guilt in court, which Coutue's mom even appreciated.
And I know I heard a lot of people, including her family and my family, because we're all going through this.
It does make me feel a little bit better that he has that remorse and that he feels sorry for what he did.
Guilt doesn't make up for a daughter's death, though, and Andrade got 40 years in prison after a no contest
What I
plea.
tell y'all.
Now, while some drug dealers are
They
only in
was
it to
trying to
make a
give
quick
him
buck,
life though.
some are downright
Hit him with the
maniacal.
40 bar. I told you.
Like
niggas, bro.
Charles Crosty,
He getting hit with the 40
aka
for life. Watch.
Rome.
Black
The
nigga.
man behind this horrifyingly blank stare in court was arrested on
Bro,
11
like he
drug
thugging, I
charges.
ain't gonna even
But
lie.
his rep sheet
Look how
went
he
way
walking.
back. After a series of overdose-related deaths
like
in
he
New
thugging.
Richmond, leads in cases all led back to Crosty, who sold heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine. Crosty is like something out of a supervillain comic
selling
book story,
fentanyl,
however,
bro.
as this real-life kingpin forced addicts to sell his drugs by beating them.
Oh, that nigga
During
was
investigations, many of them pointed to their merciless boss, or his street
thugging.
name,
Beat him.
Rome.
And forced him to sell
And the
drugs.
one straw that broke the camel's back was an informant who
Man,
bought
what?
drugs from Rome.
Individuals like Charles Crosty provide the weapon, they provide the bullet, and they spin the chamber, pointing at the addict's head, and all the addict has to do is pull the trigger. That's who Charles Crosty is.
The trial was pretty short and
boy-
sweet,
that
since
boy
Crosty
crazy.
couldn't have been caught more red-handed. But the way Crosty was
Little
completely
show nigga.
silent, giving everyone a death stare, was very eerie. During the hearing, the chief of police described how he found Rome's dealers beaten and busted, almost in sympathy.
They would have black eyes or their face would be swollen. And I would ask them, how did this occur? And they would frankly tell me that Rome,
Oh,
Charles Crosty,
oh, they told him.
and his associates would beat them.
But by the end of this discomforting hearing, though, Crosty got 20 years and 9 months in
20?
prison.
Every day that he's locked up is one day that New Richmond, Clermont County is a little bit safer.
Okay, they show
All
him
in
a little
all,
love.
was the nickname Rome for having an empire, or for the catastrophic down?
Alright, so that's it, man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. 20 ain't bad for what he was doing. He was beating up clucks, making them kill, catch bodies. That shit wild. You feel me, dog? But shit, that's the end of this little video, man. My opinion on it is, man, all this shit sad, but at the end of the day, niggas got choices. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to be whatever you want to be. You want to be a doctor, you can try to go to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer, you can try to be a lawyer. You want to be a gangster, you can try to go be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a drug lord, you can fuck around, go try to be a drug lord. But just know all the consequences to everything you do. Like, so, you know, the legal shit, of course, ain't no consequences to that. You just got to put in the work, go to school or whatever, learn the skill, the trade, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get your license, degrees, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, so it ain't really no risk or nothing with being legit. Now, if you want to be a gangster, you want to be a killer, you want to be a shooter, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a gang banger, whatever, bro, this shit gonna come with it, bro, at the end, for sure, nigga. Dead or in jail, nigga, for showski. That's what I get off the whole thing. Like I said, it's sad, but that shit, this was crazy though, man. But them niggas was kingpins, they was thugging. So, and it wasn't that wild. Them niggas they all took that shit on the chin. They ain't, I thought they was gonna like burst out and just, you feel me, swing on the CEOs, try to swing on the judge, spit on them something when they got their sentences. But they all took their shit solid, like on some G shit. Every last one of them, for real. Besides with the white dude that had cried and shit, but he probably just was showing remorse to the victims and hearing, you know, that shit be sad, bro. Like, who really want to kill people? Except if you a real demon. You know, it's real demons out here, brody. Too, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, just take other reactions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to the next one, dog.